Hey guys, it's LightningPig, and I have officially made the single greatest spectral carving plugin of all time, undoubtedly. Maybe, I don't know. It is also objectively the most affordable, whatever. I made a free plugin kind of a while back, just like half a year ago already? I don't know, something like that. A few months ago, something. And I just released version 1.1.0, and it takes it from being like a pretty good plugin to being like actually probably professional seeming. And the main reason why I talked about this in my short that was baiting Paper Skies, which also Paper Sky saw that, so that's the only reason you're getting this update, kind of. Whatever. Anyway, now you might have noticed these little like markers right here. And that, because 50, 100, 200, that's logarithmic scaling. The main problem with previous VOYDCUTTR was that it used linear scaling, which is like pretty bad. Like if I just like make this full so we can only see the visualizer and just that's not an EQ curve. What the heck is that? If we use logarithmic, that more closely, I'm gonna turn down the gain so it looks less bad, but that more closely resembles like an EQ curve, what it's supposed to look like, because that we perceive frequencies logarithmically, not linearly. So if you wanted to like you do the like no movement trick, set the width down to 0, and try to do, oh yeah, also offset to 0. You tried to do like spectral EQing on linear, good luck, because you're not getting any like control in the low end. So now that it's logarithmic, I'm gonna move it. I don't know why I didn't do that. Now that it has logarithmic mode, you can literally just create your own filter shapes, and it's way easier. Now it doesn't perfectly match up. It's a bit wobbly for some reason. Whatever, it doesn't really impact it too much. But yeah, the other thing is it also makes the phaser mode like way better. Like I'm just gonna get the basic shapes to get a sine wave again. Sine wave. Like on linear, the phaser sounded like okay. But that doesn't quite sound like a frequency shifter at 50% wet, which is kind of what I was going for when I wanted the phaser feature. Yeah, that doesn't sound the best. But if we use logarithmic, now it actually sounds good now. Isn't that crazy? And of course you can still like draw your own phaser shapes, and it works perfectly fine. Anyway, so we have filter mode, which is like a spectral filter. We have gate mode, which changes the threshold curve of a spectral gate. But now there's a third thing that I definitely should have added as an additional color. I don't know how I didn't think of this, but if we change it to filter, you might have noticed filter type. So traditionally, the spectral filter works by multiplying two different signals together, and that creates the filter. That's kind of how filters work, kind of how they sound. The clip will do something a bit different, where like even if I have this lower stuff, it's not really impacting the volume until I go lower. So it's only really affecting it. It's spectral. It's spectral clipping. That's what this is. Now, this doesn't sound especially good on the phaser. So why did I add that? Well, the reason is vocode mode. Let's just take vocode mode, add a pad. If we take this pad and we wanted to use it for color base on this bass loop, then we could do this where chain input. Okay, so this is what it sounds like on multiply. It's extremely muffled. On any of the promotional stuff I did for vocode mode, I had to do like so much post-processing to make it look good. I'm sorry if that was a bit deceptive. But anyway, the reason I added clip, it's because it actually sounds good. Let's turn gain up a bit. It especially sounds good if you just add a bit of gate. It would be good like that for multiply, but it especially is cool for clip mode. And then if you just like add OTT at the end, let's make the loop longer, of course. Loop. It just sounds so cool and color-based. Use a different pad. This one might be good. Oh, that's cool. Let's add just like a bit of high gain because like it is a pad, it's not like a super saw, so we don't have like all the high frequencies. High shelf. Okay, that's a little more than a bit, but like it just sounds good without having to do much post-processing. Let's use a different bass loop. This one's kind of boring. Or better yet, let's use Nasco bass patterns. Alright, now we have this little bass groove. And we have then on our pad you can just do cool stuff like that. It sounds like so much better than multiply. Like that's just super comparison. Oh my goodness, it's even clipping, right? Because it would boost the already high frequencies and lower the low frequencies, which creates this really weird range that just does not work for vocoding. But if we use clip in the spectral vocode, it's just way more satisfying. Like I don't know how I didn't come up with this earlier, and I also definitely should have made it another color. One final thing, this feature is going to really excite all of my supporter edition people. Like, all 0 of you are really gonna love this one. It's some new wavetables because I really don't want to add extra functionality to the paid editions because, like, that's kind of cringe. The main thing that you're gonna be wanting is these offsetter wavetables. So, like, with this offset thing, if we set this movement to 0, then it just moves it back like by one like kind of increment. Which like when people were playtesting, they really liked just like moving the offset around to do the kind of filtering that like I expected the movement thing to do. Like I expected people to just want to delay. No, but like people kind of wanted to like just like move it around manually like that. So what I did with these wavetables is that you can now do that with the wavetable position thing. That's a sine offsetter. You can see it more clearly if you just like use automation. And then, so like a line up, makes it go all up. And it's really intuitive like that, and then you can like do that for when you just want to have manual control over the kind of phaser thing. Also, for the people who don't know anything about this plugin, this also exists, the fill table mode. It also sounds better with clip. Also, gate exists for the, again, for the people that don't know about this plugin, in case you exist. Spectral gate curve, whatever. Anyway, that was VOYDCUTTR version 1.1.0. You can get it for free by using the link in the description today. It is out now. Go use it. Have fun. There's probably a ton of functionality you can do with this plugin that not even I know about. Like, I know AU5 has some stuff about spectral clippers, which, like, the clip phaser EQ thing, that's basically just a spectral clipper. So I don't know, there's probably something cool you can do with that. So go do that. I'm never gonna get good at outros, am I?